Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today I am going to Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli waj'al li waziran min ahli amin ya rabbal alamin. Now today's topic is respiratory, which is related to the embryology, and I mash up with the fetal medicine, obstetric and embryology and the fetal medicine. ठीक है? I match with all three things. Now let's start the respiratory embryology. We have know that at 4 weeks of development, formation of lung bud from distal end of respiratory diverticulum. I explain with the diagrams, don't worry. Lung development occur in 5 stages. Number 1 stage is embryonic. In embryonic, lung bud, trachea, bronchial buds, main stem bronchi, and secondary lobar bronchi, tertiary segmental bronchi are in the process. What is the duration of the timing of this embryonic period? Is 4 to 7 weeks. Now, error at this stage can lead to the tracheoesophageal atresia, which is very important for our discussion in the obstetric. Important point in history we ask from the patient is emphasize on the family history. Now, what are these all about the with the fetal medicine and obstetric and embryology? The clinical consideration for this embryonic period, if this is error in this stage, can lead to the tracheoesophageal atresia. Now, abnormalities in the partitioning of the esophagus and the trachea by the tracheoesophageal septum result in esophageal atresia with or without tracheoesophageal fistula. Now, what are the total prevalence of esophageal atresia and the tracheoesophageal atresia is 1 by 3500. Half of these anomalies are isolated with low recurrence risk, which is very important for the counseling session. 50% associated with the syndrome vector or vectral, with cardiac being the most common single associated anomaly, which is 33%, which is very important for your MCQs. Esophageal atresia and tracheoesophageal atresia typically occur together because the esophagus and trachea develop from a common diverticulum of the primitive pharynx. So, the tracheoesophageal fistula is the component of the vectral. Renal anomalies and limbs defects and the collection of a defect of unknown causation more frequently with this. Now, what are the types and the complication? The most common frequent abnormality occurs with the upper esophagus ending in a blind pouch and the lower segment forming a fistula with the trachea. What is the percentage? 86 to 90% of cases. It is also called the gross C-type anomaly. B is the isolated esophageal atresia, which is 4% of cases. C is H-type of tracheoesophageal fistula, which is 4 type of cases. Other variation is 1% of cases. Now, what are the complication of this abnormality? It is the polyhydramnios, pneumonitis, and the pneumonia. Now, this is the diagrammatic presentation, because without diagram, I can't explain you what is this and what is this. Okay? This is the gross type, C type. See, this is the proximal blind end part of esophagus. This one, A. Tracheoesophageal fistula and distal part of esophagus. This is the 90%. This is the trachea and this is the bifurcation, and this is the bronchi. Second one is B type, which is isolated esophageal atresia, in which there is a blind pouch and there is also the blind pouch. This is the 4%. Now H type is 4%, communication of esophagus with the trachea. D is the 1%, which is include other variation, in which esophagus is included in this trachea, and this is the blind pouch. Distal part of the esophagus is the blind. Now E is the 1%, which is the H type. E is the other variation, which is 1%. Okay, sorry. E is the other variation. D and E other variations, which is 1%. This is the all stages of the lungs, which include embryonic period, fetal period, and postnatal period, with the reference with the weeks also, and the diagrammatic presentation. Now question is that to how to diagnose the antenatal. Some books says antenatally diagnosis remain limited. Antenatally, most common presentation is the polyhydramnios, often associated with the polyhydramnios often associated with the preterm labor. Ultrasound. Now ultrasound finding is the failure to visualize the fetal stomach on the serial scans from the 20 week should alter the sonologist to the possible diagnosis. Now the sonologist, if see there is no stomach, fetal stomach bubble is not there, then we should know about the other differentials, which is include esophageal atresia, congenital diaphragmatic hernia, impaired fetus swelling from neurological causes, or the cleft lip, cleft palate in the absence of other fetal anomalies, and repeat scan within few days is warranted. Now in the late second and third trimester, absent stomach with polyhydramnios, positive predictive value in the diagnosis of tracheoesophageal fistula is about 67%, but less marked in most common combination of that tracheoesophageal fistula. Okay, I mean that absent stomach plus polyhydramnios in late second third trimester, positive predictive value in diagnosis of tracheoesophageal fistula of 67%, but less marked in 90% most common condition of the tracheoesophageal fistula. Now what are the others? What are the this prenatal diagnosis included in that? What investigation? Combination of ultrasound, MRI if ultrasound is in doubt, biochemical amniotic fluid analysis of alpha fetoprotein, liver transaminases suggested to improve the prenatal diagnosis of the esophageal atresia. There is a MCQ point of view, there is a pouch sign, but it is not a value for the examination point of view. It is only the key point for the MCQs, pouch sign, nor its relationship to the outcome not possible to define. Okay, in most common type, stomach may be seen, clinical sign less than C and D. You see, gross C type, I show you. Gross C type is that the blind pouch of the esophagus, esophageal part, and there is the tracheoesophageal fistula is there. Okay, there is a less stomach may be seen in most common type, gross C type, stomach may be seen, clinical sign जो होते हैं वो less होते हैं than C type and D type. Okay, now the diagnosis, prenatal diagnosis of vectoral complex is difficult. काफ़ी डिफ़िकल्ट होता है इसको आइडेंटिफाई करना. रीनल एनॉमलीज कितने परसेंट मिलेगी हमें? 45%. एंड द कार्डिक इज इन 20%. वर्टिब्रल 13%. अपर लिम association specifically involved the radial axis and was unilateral in approximately 75% of cases, which is in 11%. Okay, सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ दिस असेसमेंट ऑफ फीटस इन सब्सिक्वेंट काउंसलिंग, कि भाई क्यों ज़रूरी है हमारे लिए, काउंसलिंग के लिए ज़रूरी होगी परसेंटेजेस पेरेंट्स को समझाने के लिए, ठीक है। कंपोनेंट ऑफ वेक्ट्रॉल क्या होते हैं? वर्टिब्रल डिफेक्ट, एनोरेक्टल imperforate anus, cardiac, tracheoesophageal fistula or atresia. Sorry, my vision is not clear. Now it is clear. Now component of vectoral defect is include vertebral defect, anorectal imperforate anus, cardiac and tracheoesophageal fistula or atresia, radial and renal aplasia. May have single umbilical artery and the limb defect. Now after birth, how to diagnose that this is tracheoesophageal fistula is there or not? How to diagnose? After birth, clinical features are excessive accumulation of saliva or mucus in the nose and mouth, episode of gagging and cyanosis after swallowing milk, abdominal distension after crying, and reflex of gastric contents into the lungs causing the pneumonitis. Diagnostic features include also inability to pass the catheter into stomach. Radiograph shows demonstrating air in the infant stomach. The air in the bowels indicate a distal tracheoesophageal fistula.